Well, I've done some silly things in my time, and when I was on the Broads doing the captain's blog and stuff, I'd often say to the camera in the morning, and today we're going to Beccles, and I'd be in Wroxham, and I'd think, well, I've said it now on the camera, I'd better go to Beccles. And I'm not on the Broads, I'm in a car, I'm in the SLK at the moment, and you join me here in Tesco's car park in Bridlington in Yorkshire. And the reason why I've come to Bridlington yesterday was because of a mad moment where I decided to pack my bag with some clothes and pick the perhaps least comfortable car for long distance travelling, and just go north and see where it takes me. I ended up here in Bridlington, finding somewhere to stay. A little bit tricky. Everywhere seems to be booked up pretty much. When I was looking on Google for places to go, I was thinking about going to the south coast. That was all pretty much booked up, big prices and stuff. So here I am, and now I was thinking about going to Leeds and then on to Liverpool, because I'd really like to do the M62. You see how strange and different I am, people? Imagine this. But, you know, there you go. What, he wants to go on the M62? Yes, I want to go on the M62 because it's Britain's highest motorway. However, that's not happening now, because I thought, in my mind, I thought I'd get to Liverpool and then I'd get the ferry to the Isle of Man. However, when I checked the prices for the return trip, it was 326 quid or something. I thought, no way, I can do the Isle of Man another time. So I've done this impromptu sort of video because I thought I'd just share this. You know, I've been talking about the car and all sorts of stuff for a good while now, and I haven't got a mount for the bloody phone. Well, I have, but I can't use it to do the videoing on, because then it's no good to do the sat-naving on. And if I try and do both, the shallowness of the screen on the SLK is such that the phone will just cover up where I'm trying to look, so that's not good. So I think it's going to be a case of me doing these kind of stop-alongs as we go. Where are we going today? We're not going to Leeds, we're not going to Liverpool, we're not going to the Isle of Man, we're not going back to Norfolk. Where the hell are we going? Scotland. So yes, Scotland has been decided, because before I learnt to drive, I wanted to do a trip to Inverness. That's not going to happen probably, although 25 minutes ago I was in the hotel car park thinking, now where am I going today? Things could change. We're looking at about, I think it's about 4 hours and 50 odd minutes. That's what Waze is predicting. We're going to be doing the A1, principally because I'm told it's quite nice, especially up as you approach Edinburgh, because you go right out to the east coast and then head back in towards there. I've been to Edinburgh once in my entire life. That's the furthest north I've ever been, is Edinburgh in this country. So I thought to myself, the fact I'm here, Inverness from here is about 7 hours. I'm like, what? I'm already halfway out the bloody country almost. So but we'll see where we end up. I haven't got anything booked again, just like yesterday. So we'll see where we end up in Edinburgh. Am I going to stay in Edinburgh overnight? I don't know. Might not get to Edinburgh. It just depends on how I feel and driving. Car is running really well. I've literally just stopped here for some fuel because it was cheap. I'm using super unleaded or momentum, whatever it is here in Tesco's, which is a slightly higher octane, and I'm getting really good miles to the gallon. I know this is just the computer thing, and you know they can lie and all the rest of it, but yesterday I was getting 36.2 miles to the gallon. Now admittedly there was a lot of traffic on the roads and I was averaging 48 miles an hour, which isn't much, which was obviously helping the fuel economy, but that's better than the bloody X5, and this is a 3.5 litre V6 petrol, so I'm happy with the fuel economy. And I'd done about half a tank from Brundall to Bridlington, so now we're fully topped up. Hasn't used any oil, hasn't used any coolant. I've topped off the screen wash, I've given it another polish because it had been covered in sort of sea salty deposits, so she's looking good, she's running well. And yeah, I mean, it's quite a cramped cockpit. Obviously it's only a two-seater, it's just me, by the way. Sheila's been normal and down in London working, and then at the weekend she's having a nice party in Hyde Park with a bunch of people, and I'm just travelling randomly because I said to myself, Rob, I don't want to wake up at 50 and think, when you were just 40, you could have done this and then regret it. So I'm doing it for no other reason than I can, and I want to explore. I'm not a very good explorer, that is true. Lots of explorers would do it far more, I don't know. They wouldn't look at hotels and say, have they got a king size bed, Wi-Fi, and what's the sort of desk like and stuff. Because I like a good desk, and I like a nice comfy seat. Sit back, watch the telly, instead of sitting on the end of the bed kind of thing. That's not really what explorers do, is it? But anyway, it is now 20 minutes to 11. Talk about, you know, get up early and plan. I haven't had any breakfast, so we're going to be stopping somewhere on the way probably for food. I've managed to lose the cap of my Oasis bottle in this car completely. It was here yesterday. I unscrewed it. It's gone. I looked under the seats. God knows where it's disappeared to. One thing I've noticed with this car, though, the reception on the radio is terrible, and I think that's down to the aerial. So that's something to upgrade at some stage. But otherwise, really nice cruising car. The only issue I would say is your legs get a little bit. You can't really, you know, move your legs left and right much because the cockpit really narrows as you go down. But there's a lot of leg room. Seats are nice and comfortable. And yeah, put cruise control on and life's good. So I'll update you. We're going to leave here. We're going to head out of Bridlington. Thoughts on Bridlington? Sort of a Yorkshire version of Eastbourne. Very, parts of it run down. Very much a place that shuts down seemingly quite early in the evening and everybody disappears. Lovely seafront, lovely views, and really kind people. The woman at Premier Inn was so apologetic that she had to charge me so much for a room because I'd been stupid and didn't book online. And I could have saved £15 or something if I'd done it online. Well, that's another story. So let's get going. Let's see where we end up. So first stop, just outside Durham at the Road Chef Services here. Car's been doing great. A1 has been pretty busy, and everybody seems in a rush to get somewhere with little regard to the rules of the road. So that's been interesting. But it's time to go to the loo, grab some drinks, something to eat. And Waze is telling me we're about 3 hours 15 from Edinburgh at this point in the journey. So there's an awful lot of construction work going on around here as well. So let's get some food and let's get back trucking. Well, driving anyway. I'm now debating if I should be going to Edinburgh. I think we might go a bit further north. Well, I almost set off without an update. So we're leaving Durham and it's now just coming up to 1:45. The weather has improved dramatically, so we're heading off. Had a break here, something to eat, something to drink. Got my Kit Kat bites, which I just absolutely love. Although it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good. They've been in the shop in the sun. There's going to be some chocolatey fingers. So yeah, back on the A1, and we'll just keep going basically. But it's a shame I didn't leave earlier this morning, because now it's 2 o'clock. It's going to be about 5 o'clock, something like that, before we get into Edinburgh. So if I want to go any further than Edinburgh, you know, it's just basically me being a lazy arse. But then a lot of this is because I'm a bit left field, as I just did an update to my own Facebook page. All of the people in this car park are here for a reason. They're either working, they're coming back from somewhere, they're going to see friends. There's a reason to they're travelling. Me, nah. I just decided on a Friday afternoon to drive to Scotland. And that's the point, that's the purpose, that's the feeling behind everything. is experiencing it and having no destination really. Don't know, like if I go to Edinburgh, don't know where I'm going to stay. I'm just put Edinburgh in the sat nav on Waze, which has been absolutely brilliant as ever, supported by the Waze community, and you know, obstructions, police, speed cameras, you know, it's been a really handy thing to have, even if it does use quite a lot of data, but hey ho. So without further ado, I want to get going, and we'll see how we get on. But I'm feeling fresh, life's good. So we're about 71 miles away from Edinburgh, and just stopped at this lay-by for a stretch of the legs. If you can hear me, just over there is the main London to Scotland East Coast Railway line, and although we can't see it, but a little bit further over there is the sea. We're currently near Middleton, to look up on the old Googly Maps, which is over there, and everything's been going well. It's just my legs which are aching. Combination of the fact that in this car they're sort of forced together a bit like this, and as I said earlier, I think you know, the pedals and stuff, and having to keep, you know, on and off on the accelerator because people are really sticking to a regular speed. But I know I shouldn't be saying this, like, oh, the car's doing really well, but it's just because of, you know, the previous SLK, and you never knew what was going to happen with it. You know, was it going to start smoking? Was it going to get stuck in third gear? Were you going to have, you know, any airflow into the cabin? So there was always something, oh, what was going to happen? Whereas this is doing really what a car should do, which is, you know, working. Also, I realise this sticks about 85-90 degrees coolant temperature, regardless of the outside air temperature. The previous SLK would go down to just below 80 and up to just under 100, literally, depending on if you were standing still or heading down the road at 60-70 mile an hour. So there was something else wrong with it as well. So yes, I'll be getting underway. I still don't know where I'm going to be staying, but I have decided I am going to stick to Edinburgh, but then I might extend things. I'm quite enjoying this, and we're not in Scotland yet, but the scenery has changed. The A1 has changed into a single track road. Oh, there's the train, there you go, off to London King's Cross, blimey. They soon won't be around, the old Class 91, 225 intercities. There'll be the Azumas soon. But I've never come on a train this far north, and as I said, this is the first time I've ever been this far north since a kid, and goodness knows how old I probably was, about 11 or 12 years old. Wasn't too many years after Lockerbie. That was quite fresh, you know, in people's minds. We visited there, we stayed at a hotel called the Orcan Castle, which is now a wedding only venue, and we ventured into Edinburgh, I think, for the day. So I kind of feel like as I keep progressing, I'm learning, I'm exploring, I'm going over stuff, and so, you know, just to say, well, a couple of nights in Edinburgh, let's head on further north. You know, the thing that's starting to bother me is I've got to get back. I haven't got a timetable to get back, but I will have to get back. And do I do it in a much longer stint, or do I do as I'm doing on the way back, stopping at other places? I'm really not sure. That's the beauty of it. So from a rather windy, noisy road, of all the places to stop and film, I'm going to get back in the car, get back moving, and in about an hour we should be on the outskirts of Edinburgh. So I tried to film outside the car, and the wind is just simply too strong. You just wouldn't be able to hear a word I'm saying. But I've come to this beautiful little harbour town called Eyemouth, and it's about 2 miles off of the main road. And it's kind of, it just reminds me of Whitby, but really sort of reduced in width and height. But you know, two sides, homes, businesses, then there's the harbour with the outlet into the sea, and it's just beautiful. So I'm really pleased I just came here. I've got somewhere to stay in Edinburgh tonight. I've only booked a night, so that could change. Might extend it for another night, or I might use it as another pad to leap from further into Scotland. But yes, things are looking up. Things have gone from rather drab, and you know, God, it just doesn't seem to be getting any less. The time, the miles, the driving, everything else, and then you'll suddenly think, oh look, this scenery suddenly changed. This looks interesting. And you're just staring at my bottle, I know, but it is pretty. Trust me, I would recommend doing this if you haven't done it before. Lots of people probably have done it before, going, oh yes, well he's learning. He is experiencing the truth of this beautiful union that we live in. Well, yeah, it is nice to come and explore. And it also feels nice to be quite a long way from anything you're used to. The architecture's changing, the landscape's changing, so yeah. Right, let's keep going though, because it is now 4:15. So it's getting on in the day. One thing I am going to be liking up here is it ain't going to be stupidly hot, as it's going to be down in the south of England on Saturday, tomorrow. So it's going to be consistently cooler and fresher up here. So that's the other benefit of being up here. But yes, I've got the door open, that's why you can hear the wind. You're thinking, well, how come the wind's coming in the car, Rob? Door's open. Welcome to Edinburgh. So the hotel booked because it had its own car park full. So off to the local NCP, and now having to walk back with the luggage. The hotel in question is just there. So, nobody ever talks about Edinburgh's appalling roads. Potholed, 20-mile-an-hour blanket speed restrictions everywhere. And once I came into Scotland on the A1, not just the odd, but predictably every sort of couple of miles a speed camera. So beautiful scenery though, not here, but there has been. So let's get into the hotel, and I will do a little room review. So as promised, an added bonus, a room review. Didn't do one last night. Premier Inn, you know what's going on. This one is a Hilton. It's a little bit nicer. However, the view, not so good. But let's talk about, well, let's go to the view straight away actually. Let's just get the view out of the way. Yes, it's a building site because the area's been redeveloped from stuff like this into boxes like that. All much the same, all pretty horrible. But there we go, that's what they call progress. It failed in the 60s and 70s, so now we make them out of more glass, a bit lower down, and we try again to put people in boxes. But otherwise, very good, very thick glass, so not going to have any issues with noise from the street below. Nice little writing desk with a proper chair, which is always nice to see. Diangovi making facilities. Interesting in a hotel of this quality that it is sachets and not like an espresso machine. Decent sized Samsung TV. Just a queen bed. This is a family room, so you get the convertible settee, which is why I always have family rooms. And never pay for a family room. Check in and ask for a family room. You usually get upgraded for free, then you get your settee to sit on. Otherwise, if you don't have a family room, oftentimes you'll just have a little armchair maybe, but this is far more comfortable. So really nice fixtures and fittings. We've got a USB charging point there. This is all very nice as well, very clean as you'd expect. Then you've got this little entranceway here, big mirror, wardrobe, ironing board, spare pillows, do a laundry service, coat hangers you can steal, and then this big door opens here into the bathroom, which is very nice as well. Very big shower with some Posh shampoo, conditioner and body wash. And again here, body lotion and soap. Do we get little flannels? Yes, we do. Towels, tissues, everything's good. But no fridge. Oh, and a nickable alarm clock. I watched a programme not that long ago from hotels of the things that guests most likely take. And in some hotels, you know, they just expect alarm clocks. Robes are obviously, you know, sort of the high up ones to be taken. In fact, when you stay at Radisson hotels, it actually says, "Take me home," asterisk, and we'll add £55 to your bill. So yeah, if it's not bolted down, guests tend to try and nick everything. World of hotels. So I'm here for a night, possibly more. I don't know, but that's rather tempting out there, away from the city. But I think as it's taken me so long to get here, the time now is about getting on for 7 p.m. So I've had to park the car about half a mile away. So I'm not really going to get much done tonight. So I thought tomorrow I could just have a full-on sightseeing of Edinburgh. And then tomorrow evening I may meet up with the Admiral, aka Russell Thompson, another YouTuber that lives outside of Edinburgh but works in Edinburgh on Lothian buses. So, and then I could do further north into this wonderful country, apart from the roads. Just look at the roads, by the way. They're just like that everywhere. Potholed, I mean, like, you know, just really, really neglected. So you might get free prescriptions, Scotland. But Nicola, Sturgeon, come on now. Sort your roads out. Make it nice and smooth. But that's been the review of the hotel. It's been a long day, so I'm just glad to be inside, cool, and think about getting something to eat.